Once upon a time, in a quiet little village wrapped in the arms of green hills and clear rivers, lived a young boy named Karen. The village was peaceful, with chirping birds in the morning and the soft rustle of wind at night. Karen wasn't like the others. He was kind-hearted, always the first to help carry someone's bundle or feed a hungry stray. But what set Karen apart the most wasn't his kindness, it was his dream. Karen dreamed of becoming a great painter. While other boys played with sticks or chased goats, Karen would sit quietly near the river, painting on scraps of paper or old cloth. He used whatever colors he could find, crushed flowers, bits of charcoal, even mud. His little fingers moved with passion, bringing scenes to life with each stroke. Every day he poured his heart into his art. He painted the dancing trees, the glowing sunsets, the faces of villagers deep in thought or bursting with laughter. He didn't just paint what he saw, he painted what he felt. But the village didn't understand his dream. They would shake their heads and say, "Painting won't feed you or your family. Stop wasting your time, boy." To them, work meant plowing fields, weaving cloth, or mending shoes. They saw no value in colors on a canvas. Karen tried to ignore their voices at first, but as days turned into weeks and weeks into months, the words began to stick like thorns in his heart. Every failed attempt to sell a painting, every dismissive comment, chipped away at his confidence. One evening, after hearing yet another person scoff at his passion, Karen sat by the river, his sketchbook on his lap, staring blankly at the ripples. A deep sadness filled his chest. "Maybe I'm not meant for anything big," he whispered to the wind. "Maybe my dream is just foolish." That night he couldn't sleep. He tossed and turned, his heart full of questions. By morning, Karen made a decision. He walked beyond the village toward the edge of the forest, to visit Baba Vanen, a gentle old man known for his wisdom. People said he had helped many find direction in life. When Karen arrived, he saw Baba Vanen sitting under a great peepal tree, eyes closed, humming peacefully. His long white beard swayed with the breeze, and a sense of calm seemed to surround him. Karen sat down and waited. After a few moments, Baba opened his eyes and smiled. "Ah, Karen. I've been expecting you." Karen blinked, surprised. "You have?" Baba chuckled softly. "When hearts are troubled, they often find their way here." With tears in his eyes, Karen shared everything. His dreams, his effort, the harsh words of villagers, and his growing doubt. "Baba, I feel lost," he said. "I try my best, but nothing goes right. Does my life even have a purpose?" Baba Vanen listened without interrupting. When Karen finished, the old man nodded and looked up at the sky. Then he said, "Let me tell you a story, my child." Many years ago, a tiny seed lay buried in the soil. It was quiet and still, unsure of what it was meant to become. Around it, the sun shone brightly, the river flowed freely, and the birds flew high above. The seed wanted to shine, to flow, and to fly too, but it couldn't. It felt small and useless. One day, clouds gathered and rain began to pour. The seed thought it was the end. "I'm being buried deeper," it cried. But the rain didn't destroy the seed. Instead, it helped it grow roots. Then came the sunshine, giving warmth. The seed slowly broke open and turned into a small green sprout. Seasons passed. There were storms, harsh winds, and dry days. But the little plant kept growing. It didn't give up. Years later, it stood tall as a great tree, strong, full of fruits, with branches that gave shade to travelers. Birds made homes in it, children played under it. The seed never knew what it was becoming, but God did. Baba Vanen looked deep into Karen's eyes. "Just like that seed, you may not understand your struggles today. But every drop of hardship, every storm, is helping you grow into something beautiful. There is a purpose behind every pain, Karen. God has a plan for you too." Karen sat quietly. His heart felt light, and for the first time in a long while, it was filled, not with fear, but with hope. Baba Vanen continued gently. "Your dreams, your struggles, your failures, they're not the end. They're part of your journey. Don't stop just because others can't see your vision. Keep painting. Keep believing. Your time will come." Karen wiped his tears and stood up, filled with new energy. He bowed respectfully and whispered, "Thank you, Baba." Back in the village, Karen no longer avoided people's comments. He didn't let their doubt shape his future. He painted with even more love and fire than before, not for fame but because it made his heart sing. He painted the village in golden light, the faces of people full of emotion, the gentle peace of the forest and the wisdom of Baba Vanan. Slowly his paintings became more detailed, more magical, carrying stories within every brushstroke. One day a traveler came through the village. He was tired and stopped to rest. While wandering the lanes he saw Karen's paintings hung on a rope between two trees. He stood still, mesmerized. "Who painted these?" he asked. Karen stepped forward shyly. "I did, sir." The man introduced himself as an art dealer from the city. He asked if he could take a few paintings with him. Karen hesitated, but then remembered Baba's words and nodded. Weeks passed. Then a letter arrived. Karen's paintings were being displayed in a grand gallery in the city. People admired the honesty and soul in his work. They said his art touched hearts in ways words couldn't. Suddenly, Karen wasn't just a village boy. He was a celebrated artist whose colors told stories of struggle, beauty, and faith. Years later, Karen stood on a brightly lit stage in a large hall. The room was filled with young dreamers, their eyes wide with wonder. He shared his journey, how he had once been lost, doubted, and close to giving up. Someone from the crowd stood up and asked, "What made you keep going when no one believed in you?" Karen smiled gently, remembering a rainy evening, a wise old man, and a story of a seed. "Because I believed. God has a plan for me. And He has one for you too. You may not understand why things are hard right now. But remember, every struggle is shaping you for something greater. Be patient. Keep believing. Keep growing. God has a plan for you."